Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Pat Talk 58. Apologize for the delay, everyone. Having a little technical difficulties on my end, but myself and Chef C is here. And tonight's broadcast may not go too long, but we're just going to talk about something titled The House of Cards, but it's the ultimate um, black girl crash out. How our sisters are putting not only themselves in harm's way politically, but they're putting the black community, whatever you want to interpret as the black community, black sisters in general, in harm's way, and they're being the face of opposition to this administration. Opposition with weird rhetoric, weird words that they've been using, not political words that people use, but words that will make people think that it's bigger than politics. Chef C, what's going on, bro?
What's happening with you, brother Q,
Hey
man?
man, I'm
Salute,
all
salute,
jacked up,
salute.
man. This computer issue is driving me crazy, man. So salute
Yeah,
everybody
man.
in the chat for joining us. We truly apologize on my end. I'm having some issues with my computer, but we here. Chef C, I see you got a clip of my uncle Al.
Yeah, shout out to Uncle Al, Slimy Al. You know, he always doing what he got to do. But salute to everybody that's checked in with us. This might be, like Brother Q said, probably a quick broadcast, but we just want to touch in with everybody this afternoon or this evening and bring y'all up to speed, so to speak, with the shills that are gonna shill. Um,
Hey,
eh,
Chef C, before you play the clip, right?
yeah, yeah.
I just want to go on record. I think Al Sharpton is the greatest grifter of mankind.
Really?
He's the best that ever did it.
Hold on, Q. Hold on,
He's the best that ever did it.
hold,
He's the greatest grifter of all time.
hold,
This is a sick Negro.
hold on. Now, hold on. Elaborate, because I know. I mean, listen. Well, you know what? You might have a point there. His longevity in the grift game.
Yes, yes. Think about it, Chef C. Our parents told us about Al Sharpton.
Mm,
Our parents told us about Al Sharpton in the 80s. Then to bring that up to speed, late 80s, the Tawana Brawley incident.
mm.
This one he was big at when he was running around
A
with a
slick
wire,
perm. Well, his
with a
perm was
wire.
better. Yeah, and
Yeah,
his perm was way better. But yeah.
yeah, and running around with a wire trying to set up the mob. Like what that got to do with you? What that got to do with the community? Then the Tawana Brawley incident. After the Tawana Brawley incident, he had to fall back a little bit. And actually, if you remember, he used to represent anybody, and he used to take the KKK and these white supremacists. They'll go on shows, and Al would be there saying they had a right to speak.
Mm.
They had a right to be heard, whether he agreed with them or not. Al would be on shows with these people. Then Al fell back and lost all his weight, and he reinvented his grift. He reinvented his grift. He's the greatest grifter of all time. He actually, and I'll say it for most people in the chat that don't know, he taught Tamika Mallory everything she know.
Mm.
She was part of that. She was part of Al's squad on learning how to grift.
Tamika Mallory is Al's protege.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, I think I was 15 years old when I was going to church, and they brought Al Sharpton, Big Al back then, at the time, brought him through. The perm was perming, slick back was laid, and he came in there and he did his little thing, and them folks, oh man, the jigaboo class being what they do was just crashing out. Oh, Al, and all this other hooting and hollering like the greatest thing that ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
Al got his bag, slid up out of there with the perm, and the rest was history. On to another grift.
Mhm.
So as far as the longevity in the grift game, I got to give you that. I think nobody. Well, hold on. There's a couple in modern time right now catching up to Al though. Few cats in this quote unquote conscious
A
movement.
couple, a couple jokers got a decade in,
Th-
but then
uh,
usually after 5 6 years, then they
the
do a get rich scheme
and the drip and
or
the
a fake
get.
program, and people find them out. They usually disappear and then reinvent themselves. And I like to say, just not far as an organized, they find a new religion, which is basically a new hustle.
Mm.
And when they start a new hustle and they disappear. They disappear for a couple years, and then they come back and then they restart. But you got some grifters now that got 10, 15 years in the business of grifting, taking advantage of people's money. Poverty pimps.
15 going on a decade, going on 2 decades
Mhm.
strong. Some of these cats, man, they salute to these. Man. I mean, again, shout out. Listen, I played the clip in my other broadcast last week. A young bull came out and said, "Nigga, to Dr. Umar, nigga, I was 12 years old when you said you was gonna open that school."
Yeah, yeah,
Shout out to Dr. Umar,
yeah,
approaching 2 decades in the school grift.
yeah.
Shout out to Dr. Umar. Yeah. So
And, and
I
and
mean,
my thing, Chef, see the craziest thing, right? And I know a bunch of us are doing a couple of dollars to brother Umar, right? And the griff.
yeah, he
But let's
got me.
let's let's be honest. Like my thing is, brothers, people donate money to you, and it happens. People donate money to us. But
Right.
the thing about it is, when you donate, when you hit people on the Cash App, if somebody's YouTube page is monetized, usually what we do is it's just like any other business, a return on your investment.
Correct.
So if you saying, for lack of better words, I'm raising money for okay, we use raising money for Pat Talk.
Right.
We understand you were totally transparent. Vent fell through with the venue. You made it virtual.
Right.
Anybody had a problem with it, you handle it professionally, so people understood.
Right.
But when you solicit money from people, and one thing about as we would say, the people that support us is, if they're giving you their hard-earned money, you should at least give them 100% honesty.
That's a fact.
So what's wrong with saying, look, family, it fell through, and I kind of, I'm not gonna say I support Dr. Umar, but I see his videos, right? And we have a mutual friend, very somebody very dear to me is dear to him,
Right.
and regardless of whether it was $5, $10, $20, $30, $100. I mean, if somebody say something to you about the school, just tell them, like, look, it fell through. I know he said one time before that he was expecting to hire some black janitors. I mean, not janitors, electricians, plumbers, and it didn't work out. Just say that. Just tell the people that. Don't, and you may be to the point in your life or what you're doing where you don't think you owe everybody an explanation. But however, if you're crowdsourcing, you're getting people to fund your project and help with your efforts, you owe the people that. And this ain't about Dr. Umar. It's a bit more so with Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton's whole platform has been built off of black people's trauma.
Mm.
And
Right.
this is what we need to understand as a black community, is that everybody profits off of our trauma.
Hey,
But
hey, I got a question though. What about the one who renamed us? Jesse
well,
Jackson.
hold up, Negro. Hold up. Sometimes you can't take the whole meal at once. Just relax.
Shout out to the
Relax a
Negro.
little bit. But
Shout out to the
but
Negro.
but this is the craziest thing about it. And respect to him, what you said, Negro. The only reason why he's not grifting is because he can't get around no more because of his health. But we need
Mm.
to understand, like right now, we have no black lawyers like we used to have that would represent black people. And I'm not talking about Ben Crump. Ben Crump is a civil lawyer, and he doesn't represent us on the criminal cases. You could say Merritt does, but Merritt don't make himself available. But we need to understand the grift and what goes on. But hold on, we gotta.
Pardon me, Q. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Play it when you play it now, Chef C. Because I'm about to
Okay.
enter
Man,
Dr.
she
Short.
sound like Mahalia Jackson.
Gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on.
Get the fuck.
Man,
Hey,
sit your
Doctor.
dumb ass down.
But hey, we have Dr. Short. You want everyone, and he's here. He's still on his birthday. We're still celebrating his 60th birthday. What's up, Dr.
Happy
Short?
Sunday.
Oh, it's a great day to know white Jesus. It's a great day to be white in your soul. No. I think I'm okay. You know,
Well,
today was a great day. I mean, and I'm just trying to stay warm. It's cold on the East
yes,
Coast. It's
yes.
real cold, and uh, I can't wait. It's supposed to warm up in a day or so, so I
Well,
can't
Dr.
wait.
Short, I want to tell you, I'm having a little bit of issues with my computer, right? So me and
Mm.
Chef C was trying to figure something out for the last 15, 20 minutes. I know you said you're having a very, very good day, and I hope that you are as white as can be.
Yes,
Because
sir.
Chef C got a couple videos he gonna show you, and you may not be too happy after you see these
Well,
videos.
today was a good day. I talked to brother Odell, who
Okay.
works with who's Jaguar's fiance, and
Mm,
I am hoping that within a month's time that I can network with Jaguar broadcast through Europe, parts of Africa, and the Caribbean and Canada soon, even if it's now and then. And also, I want to celebrate the fact that General Michael Flynn gave Sister Jaguar a Medal of Freedom for speaking out for our children. And it's an honor to help people that are looking out for our children. Um, so today wasn't such a bad day. And I was just like networking and encouraging people and so forth. I'm trying to help a couple of people do some things. So that's all. I'm good, and it's nice to be 60. I can't believe it. Uh, I can't believe it, but it's
are
nice.
you 60 and white?
Yes, I've earned it. I mean, I need to be as white as my hair when it grows out. Uh, no. Uh, I'm seeing a lot of really fascinating things for all the pet talk people. I want to just share with you my praise report. Donald Trump is after the mayor of Washington, D.C., who has always been against black men. A lot of these castrating, black man hating, pork chop feminists, it's a new day. And since you can't be an Afrocentric Tammy Wynette, you can't stand by your man, then when Mr. Bobo rolls up to you, you fall by yourself. And so I'm real pleased. Some things are happening. Um, I'm really, really pleased about that. And I just see some things coming. In fact, we're going to really, when the weather warms up, which is very soon, we're going to see all kinds of things. A lot of people who've stood in our way, a lot of black folk who are doing corruption at HBCUs and and blue cities that won't help the rest of us, they're getting cut off. I don't necessarily like who's doing the cutting, but a meteor from outer space is about to hit Kundum, and I love it. There are people out there that were getting um, sex mutilations. Can you imagine? You had one titty done, and you hadn't started on the other titty, and the money got cut. So you have one titty, or you're a stud, and they were going to make a imitation dick for you, and they ran out of money, so you don't have a cooch anymore, and you don't have like a mock dick. All these changes, a lot of bullshit is stopping. It's shock therapy, and I would want it different, but hell, look, people like Chef C, some of us have been doing our little bit to try to bring people along, and nobody wanted to hear us. And so it comes this way. So I'm just looking and watching, looking at people's asses get deported, which is beautiful. Whole lot of sisters that thought that, having a taco man instead of a black macho man was the answer. And, well, maybe you can go to Guantanamo with them if you need a taco roughneck. I mean, Cuba's got a nice climate. Just things are changing. So I'm happy to be around and watch this and seeing these changes. Kash Patel got confirmed today, and he's determined to release all of the Epstein and Diddy files, all of the no good black boule elites, divine swine, little nasty hedonists that have let us be gentrified out of existence, replaced by illegals and everybody else. They're about to be exposed in our lifetime. Between now and, God willing, August, a lot of people that some of us have been duped into looking up to will be shown to not only be enemies of their people, enemies of God, but complete degenerates, worthy of all of our contempt and scorn. And I can't wait. You were talking about lawyers. A whole lot of people, black folks or professionals, who won't extend services to the rest of us because of what their association or whatever. A lot of this stuff is going to be very interesting. We're in a very interesting time. It's going to be a turkey shoot for traitors. And so I'm just chilling. So that's what I have to say. So let Chef roll his videos. And I want to say this to all of the people. If you are someone that is cool and you're free between the hours of 4 and 6:30 p.m., and you're interested in stepping in, we're going to be out celebrating my birthday at a Brazilian steakhouse. It's probably the last time I'm going to eat steak because I've got to deal with this cancer diet. Drop me a line if you're someone. I mean, there are a lot of people I'd like to meet. I don't get to talk to, we don't get to see because of how we don't get to interact. But if you're in the DC area and don't come if you're broke, I don't want, I'm going to put this stuff up on video. And if you want to help me celebrate, you can drop me a piece because I still owe Chef C money for all the stuff he's doing. And I have it, just need to just remember to do it. Y'all can absolutely reach out to me at wrandyshort@gmail.com because we're going to be at this Brazilian steakhouse in Northern Virginia on the 22nd. That's like 2 days from now. And so wrandyshort@gmail.com if you can't come. That's a Zelle and a PayPal link, WRANDYSHORT. So that's Zelle and PayPal. I got a Patreon, Dr. Randy Short. I got a Venmo, Dr. Randy Short, and there's a Cash App, $ Dr. Randy Short. Make whatever kind of contribution you can. Trust me, it's going to go into, it's going to help people. I'm not like Umar Johnson. I'm not a struggle freak. I'm not a struggle grifter. Uh, but we gotta like do what we gotta do. So, but drop me an email and I can tell you where it is, but you sort of want to make reservations. There's still a chance, but if you email me, I can send you the link and you can still come. Right now, I think we got about 35 people, and it's nice when people come out and bring you different servings and such. And forgive me for doing all this verbiage. Normally, I don't talk about myself. I think you know that. But hell, all the shit I've survived the last 2-3 years, my God, I got to celebrate something. So if you like Pat Talk, keep watching. Support Negro, support Chef C, support my brother Q here. And of course, you can always send a piece. Y'all need to know I am hoping that I'm well enough. Okay, got to figure out, got to like see all these doctors, because now me and my mother have advanced stage cancer, but I trust God I'm going to be healed well enough because I want to keep fighting. It's just about to get good. And so I just want to say all my love for my brothers, for Brother Rollin, when he's not calling me to like tell me about some invented fight he's had online. He needs to cut that shit out. Use your older brothers more wisely. Yes, I'm chiding your ass publicly. Use it wisely, not for dumb shit. We don't do that. I don't call nobody with dumb shit. Nobody. Everybody on here knows if I call you, it's serious. I may call you with a joke, but typically our energies need to be devoted to moving ahead. But I'm just telling you, celebrate a legacy. I think it's just beginning. I feel like my life is just starting. I went through all of this shit just to do some real shit at this late ass age. I'm like, God, you're gonna like make my teeth fall out, give me erectile dysfunction, receding hairline, got a heart problem, a sugar problem, now I got cancer and shit. But I'm here for a reason. So I'm here to fight, right? And we're just beginning. So that's what I'm saying. So for anybody in the area, if y'all want to meet, because you know what, we may take a respite from Pat Talk, because Chef, he need to get his MFM. I need to get my MFM. But we're going to break bad at some point, maybe in the fall, because I think a lot of crazy shit's going to happen. I want to repeat, when this Diddy trial hits, it's going to change Black manhood forever in this country. Jay-Z, just within the last 2 weeks, there's another dude that's accusing him, I think, of sexual abuse or of rape. It's alleged. All of this stuff, all the people that run from us that can't deal with what we're talking about, Black men are going to be, the shit's going to be smacked out of them until some of us have to come together. Like those guys on the bridge in Ohio that told the Klansmen to step the hell off. We're going to come to ourselves soon. And it's coming with the warm weather. It's been 60 years since they launched COINTELPRO. And this is a year where we begin to dismantle it. And it's coming. And so all of us are a part of it. So that's my spiel. I hope I didn't talk too long.
Salute.
Nah, you never talk too long, Dr. Short. We take your lead. We take your lead. But I know Chef C got some stuff he wants to present for everybody in the chat. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to our various channels, and Chef C, you can proceed, brother.
Well, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let
That was Brother Al Sharpton leading the people, giving each person there $100 of your money going into Costco as a way of boycotting Target. They were going into Costco.
Well, you know what? But if you support LGBTQ, you do want people to turn you around. In fact, bend you over. Bad song choice. You should be singing, I'm going to let everybody bend me down. I'm going to let everybody bend me down, bend me down, bend me down. I'm going to let everybody bend me down. I'm going to keep on guzzling, my ass cracking, fagging out in freedom land. Oh, yeah, right. That's what they need to sing. I'm going to let illegals bend me down, bend me down. I'm going to let the feminists, right. I'm going to let the communists bend me down. I mean, whatever, but I'm going to let the abortionists bend me down, bend me down. Kill my baby, don't mean maybe. Depopulating black land, right? It's disgusting. These are disgusting people.
Well, you know what, brother Q, you got me lined up here, and I'm gonna say pause real quick, but you got us lined up. Hold on, brother Q, did you let the Negro get his off? The Negro came in the building.
Yeah, he wanted to talk about Rainbow Coalition, man.
Brother
Oh,
Negro.
yeah. Oh, you talking about African American, man? Yeah.
So, brother
disrespect.
Negro. So you mean to tell me that Al is not a bigger grifter than Jesse?
Jesse's in the history books.
Let's
He's the
flip quarters.
ultimate
Let's flip
grifter.
quarters. You know how to flip
They
quarters?
both were.
We're gonna
I'm
flip
just saying
quarters.
that he's in the history books. He
We're gonna
surpassed.
everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat, we taking a vote. Who is the bigger grifter out of the black community? Is it Al Sharpton, big Al Sharpton, slim Al Sharpton, Jesse in the wheelchair, or Jesse standing on that balcony putting blood on his clothes?
I may not wear a condom, but I am somebody. Yellow, black, and white. We're all gay in God's sight.
Mm.
We're one big illegal immigrant quilt. Look, Jesse's the biggest one because you know what? Al Sharpton never finger painted with Dr. King's blood on the shirt he's wearing. I'm sorry, the action painting with Dr. King's blood is just, that takes the cake. I can't. And he kept the shirt. They still have the shirt somewhere. You know what? And you know what? I bet you their family is so into money, they're probably going to sell that, King's blood shirt one day. They're going to sell it to the National Archives they may even sell it to the King Center.
See, the house Negro was always like that. But the field Negro, he understood. House Negroes say, Massa, we house is in trouble. Field niggas say, let it go down.
Al Sharpton is a wannabe Jesse Jackass. Okay, he just doesn't have the same. I mean, Jesse Jackson at least had his hair natural. This dude still has a L'Oreal Lady Clairol hairdo. I mean, come on. You went from looking like something that does rough trade and port authority to looking like, you need some gene therapy. No. Jesse.
Cook them.
All right, now y'all vote, family. Y'all vote. But Brother Negro, I apologize for cutting you off. I just wanted to get the vote out there. But you had something to say about like Dr. Short said, I am somebody.
No, I may not wear a condom, but I am somebody.
Yo, Dr. Short hit so many points, but the point that I was getting that I was going to touch upon is that he's in the history books. He's everywhere. You can't. He's in the federal government with African American. You can't. You can't. You can't. So you can't really feud that. Like right. Like I think it's wrong that he did those things. I think that hey, he needs to pay up reparations too, or they need to cut if he's still alive. We gotta wish the best. He should give up some of that reparations money for those harms because it did harm our community with that nonsense. So that's what I mean that he was the ultimate grifter because they're not everybody's gonna remember Al Sharpton as a snitch. They're gonna remember him as somebody who was against our community and they'll even call him a race hustler if you're going to go look at the white people side of things. I'm just saying, this is what they say about the man. And Jesse Jackson's in the history books. I'm going for Jesse Jackson.
If you know someone who's been a coon that's betrayed the community, please stand.
Yes. Yes, everyone in the chat, we're going to further this vote. Type in who is the biggest grifter in the black community in your memory. We don't
It's
care who
Jesse
it is.
Jackass by a mile.
We're going to call it the Grift Bowl. The
Jesse
Grift Bowl.
Jackass. Jesse Jackass.
The grifts that creep on grifting.
Grift Bowl 2025.
When we were with Dr. King, we tried very hard to get the economic situation in place for Black Americans. When we would have orgies with Dr. King, we did not discuss wearing a condom. We just went for it. It did not matter, day or night. If your clothes were off and you were on the floor, it felt good. We did it as many times as we could, and that's called progress. If you didn't catch anything, that's progress. We're on the move now. Somebody may have
They clipped Dr. Short. They said
they got him out of that's crazy, yo.
Yo, he got me cracking up right now.
Oh, there you go.
They said you think you slick. Oh man, they got him. Wow. Free brother Dr. Short, man. Free brother Dr. Short. From the Matrix, man.
we did not get infected because of our commitment to bust a nut, to feel someone's ass, to be erect in a movement, because our cause is greater than our lust to sleep with one another. I did not come here to become famous. I came to be great, to lift us up and to pull skirts down, to raise up testicles and bring bras down. It is our duty to see this through. The movement must go on. No IUD can stand in the way of a committed group of horsemen that are determined to bust a nut for their freedom. Join me. I'm sorry. Let me stop.
Well,
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Right,
Let me
right.
stop.
Well, at least Jesse did get Donald Trump to support him. He did give him a couple of dollars when he was running for
Al
president.
Sharpton was supported by Donald Trump. Al Sharpton's got an apartment in Trump Towers.
Mm.
Al Sharpton got that money from Roger Stone and Donald Trump. Al Sharpton is a phony in activism and in bed. Ask his ex-wife.
Cool.
He outed her. She should have outed him.
We gonna flush out on the toilet.
You know what, man? He'd say, "Why are you throwing my food away?"
Brother Q, let me,
Yes.
Brother Q. So you got this clip here, man. What we looking at here with your brother Al? And make
He
sure
literally,
everybody's voting.
he said that Al said, this is what he said, family. And this is for everybody in the chat, not only just the brothers on the panel. Listen to what Al Sharpton said that the Democratic Party needs to do. And he's speaking in third person like he's not part of the Democratic establishment to keep y'all down. Listen to what he
Leadership
said.
in the Democratic Party needs to be out there more and vocal more. But let's always remember, movements never started in Washington. They got to Washington. Everett Dirksen didn't lead the civil rights movement. Dr. King did. And I think the Democrats need to be able to respond to that. When we did George Floyd didn't come out of the White House. Trump was president. It came with all of us rising up. We brought 200,000 people in a pandemic to Washington. What I've challenged is, where are the other civil rights groups? Because I've been trying to get them to be out there with us on this DEI thing. Where are the labor groups? Why are they being so passive? And I think that a lot of the people that I'm talking to on the ground think people have been bullied and scared from Washington to outside groups by Donald Trump. And if you're scared, you shouldn't be in leadership.
I agree. I also think, though, that the Democrats who are in office have a responsibility to directly let the American people what is going on, because it's not just existing civil rights groups. A movement is made up of Americans who are sitting in jobs right now. You know, they're teachers, they're firefighters. Who knows? They may not have ever considered running for office or getting out and marching and protesting. But they need to know what's going on so that they can organize. America needs to organize itself into a movement for democracy right now.
I agree.
It often wasn't a meritocracy. We would see people in our party go out speaking on cameras that just weren't well liked and weren't really great on camera, whereas you had others like J.C. Watts or Steve Largent, two guys who just lit up the TV screen every time they were on it. I'm curious, are there any Democrats right now that you can think of that should be out front more making the case? Because it always doesn't have to be the head of the Appropriations Committee or the head of the Rules Committee or Chuck Schumer or Hakeem Jeffries. I'm not saying they shouldn't be out there, but are there a voice or two in the Democratic Party that you think should be leading town hall meetings every day, virtual town hall meetings every day on YouTube for Americans to build this movement that Mara's talking about?
Like, what is he talking about, family? Nobody's listening to Al. Well, you know what? I'm gonna take that back. Nobody that's grassroots that understand what's really going on with the Democratic Party in particular is paying Al Sharpton or any of these talking heads any mind. It's the same old story. You talking about you using George Floyd and marching on George Floyd as a reference, and y'all still ain't getting no George Floyd anti-crime bill. So what did y'all do? Y'all all raised money, grifted from the black community, took advantage of the black community's trauma, pain, and suffering because everybody saw George Floyd get murdered by white supremacists on TV, tore up all these cities across America.
Hold it. Okay. There's another story. Now, there's a very good documentary, and I'll send it to y'all, where Floyd George was being stopped by the police, and it's on body cam, and Floyd George has a fentanyl pill in his mouth, begging and crying to the policeman, and he put the drugs in his mouth so when they stopped him, he wouldn't have anything. I think he did it again, and that time it killed him. Floyd George isn't my hero. Floyd George, or whatever the hell his name is, was a predator, a person that pushed poison in our neighborhood. And when he was facing being caught with the poison, he put it in his own mouth, and it ended his life. I don't like the optics of a white man's knee on any part of a black man, but at the same time, if you watch the full video, they had him in the police car. How did he get into the street? He asked to come out of the police car because he could not breathe. These people complied and had him come out of the police car. And he couldn't breathe sitting up. They didn't know what the hell's going on, so they put him flat down. I don't like any of the optics of the man's knee on his neck, but if this guy, a drug user, a violent criminal with a long criminal record, including violence against women, a man who made a porn king, who was known for having a big, fat, funky penis that he may have even been putting in women that looked like they were barely legal, if they were legal, meaning that he's potentially a pedophile, aside from being violent against women, putting a gun to the belly of an impregnated girlfriend of his. He isn't my hero. And they're about to, under the Trump people, they're about to knock all this Floyd George shit down. And they picked a rotten-ass black man for us to rally behind. And when people come out on this false narrative that you were just telling, they're going to let all the truth out and that we've been lied to. What about that black guy from the Air Force in Florida that was murdered in his home? Why couldn't we get behind him? Around the same time Floyd George died, a black man was murdered in front of his family in his home by police. Why didn't the innocent black man who had a family, why couldn't he be the symbol of police brutality? They picked a fucked up person, and we've been bamboozled the same way we got behind that bisexual grifter named Obama. They keep giving us fucked up people, and our stupid, uncritical minds get behind whatever vomit or bullshit white liberals and their media throw up in front of us. It's disgusting. Al Sharpton is disgusting. Al Sharpton cannot broadcast live radio in his home city of New York because the people in New York hate him. I know what it's like personally in 2006 to embarrass Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson on their radio show. They stopped going live. I dogged their asses. It felt good. They couldn't handle it. I fucked Jesse and them up. They can't have a real discussion with the black grassroots because they're our enemies. So when you hear him talking about Floyd George, and it's from Sharpton, you know it's not worth a damn. He's a government snitch agent, and whenever he says something, look at it 4 or 5 times sideways. Floyd George isn't my hero. He can't even be a martyr for me. You can't put a loaded gun in the belly of a pregnant black woman and have me feel a goddamn for you. I can't do that. I won't do it. I don't give a damn who's listening to this. Fuck you if you don't like what I said. You can't ride roughshod on our community pushing dope, violating our women, being a damn thug and a violent person. And then when you get into some trouble, it's racism. No, the racism is how you poisoned your own community, how you violated our sisters, how you mugged and beat down on brothers. To me, a traitor gets a traitor's death.
Well, Dr. Short came in with the will kick, Chef C.
Well, I understand that position.
Yes.
I understand it because again, it unfortunately it's two edges of that sword. the way the optics served a different purpose, but also um, that was listen, that was the chickens coming home to roost.
Let me ask you, Chef C. And Dr. Short has sent me some stuff before, and for those that don't know, we saw the autopsy and the cause of death. The cause of death was like Dr. Short said was not the cop putting it on his death. The cause of death was a drug overdose and being able to basically an OD. But let me ask you, Chef C, do you think, because we're there, so we might as well present that information and ask the question, do you think, Chef C, that they use these type of people to be the face to undermine the situation? Because like Dr. Short said, they could have used anybody else to be the face of, like I said, our trauma. Do you think they do that purposely so we get nowhere?
Well, folks got to stop making it easy to be utilized.
Mm.
You know, the victim play is running out. It's running dry because we're finding out as years go on that there's a high level of degeneracy already amongst our own people. Some shit got to be cleaned out, man. I mean, let me stop sugarcoating it. Some shit got to be cleaned. Although the visual optics echoed and permeated throughout the airwaves, and they were able to siphon the outrage of that energy. That's what a lot of folks did, particularly these media and those I think those were Dykes and Trans from the Black Lives Matter. They were able to siphon energy from our people in order to turn that into a monetized benefit for themselves. But they need something tragic shown across airways in order to take it and do something else. And this has been the thing. I mean, think about the Rodney King situation, right? We saw how the brother got beat down and all this other stuff. And what did he say when he got up? Can we all just get along? Huh? What'd your man say? What's the dude that died? He said, I shed blood on Edmund Petty Bridge. They bust me upside my head. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a ridiculous play-by-play of public. We can't even call it so much lynchings anymore, man. When
John Lewis, Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
I don't mind. The policeman beat us. It felt so good.
Cracked me upside my head.
We stayed in the movement because interracial sodomy didn't happen for me. But because I was in the movement with Dr. King, we were able to love one another as brothers. We need to come together, especially at night. Bring some Crisco. I live on Capitol Hill. I'm available. I don't care what size you are, I can take you. You can bring your billiard club. I like that too. I misses you. I misses the movement. We could all be together, God's children, undressed. Let's just love each other.
Pause.
Hey, Chef C, the homie Bad Hombre is in the chat. He said we don't know who Al Sharpton is.
Well, I mean, I just know Al from coming through with the perm. I saw him with the fresh perm, the white suit, and eating all the macaroni cheese at that church.
So you talking about you knew you knew of Big Al like me?
I knew Big Al. I ain't know this. I don't know this bobblehead nigga. But they all crooks. I mean, these cats just be pivoting. So we got the first half of Al, and now we getting the second half of Al.
So what about Al 2.0 in the female version? I know you got a clip of her, the new Al, the one they rolling out now.
Hold on, let's bring her up. Al, Sister Al. Yeah, let's bring up your Sister Al real quick for y'all. Okay. Yeah,
is Sister Al a sorority member?
I would, Brother Negro, that's your lane, sir. We got to leave that up to the Negro investigation, sir. Let me go ahead and play Sister Al.
American people. And what we not going to do is stand around while they pull this bullshit that they trying to pull right now.
Go ahead.
This is why I'm not going to be able to preach, because I probably won't be able to stop cussing.
Take your time.
But let me tell y'all something.
Take your time. Martin.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
Okay. In 2025, we still hearing people say, take your time. Man, Black America.
We're not gonna be together. This ain't no damn unity party with punks. This ain't no unity party with people who don't want the true liberation of black people. This ain't no unity party with betrayers and snitchers and hypocrites and weak-minded, weak-blooded, spineless people. This ain't that kind of party. So you take your raggedy ass on home. For those who want liberation.
Take your time. Take your time.
Those who want to see black people really free at last.
Take your time. Take your time.
You walk away from these punctified Negroes.
Yeah, Q. That's what I'm talking about.
Sister Al is her new word, her new name, y'all. Sister Al, that's her new name.
Yeah. Let's see. I put on a.
Oh yeah, she is. Oh yeah, she is.
Sister Al. I'll put on the
Jasmine
post
Crockett from Texas, right?
Yeah, Sister Al. Sister
Al.
She
is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get this. Somebody come and pack her the hell up. I am tired of seeing this chick, this shill. Anybody, if you listen to the broadcast right now, can you let us know how does a Jasmine Crockett, a congresswoman, in my understanding, she's making lower six figures a year. How is she a millionaire? Help me understand. How is Sister Al a millionaire, y'all? While they telling you they fighting for the poor people, the rich want to take more from you. You're a millionaire.
Yo, she's an upgraded Tiffany Henyard from Dalton.
She's a financed Tiffany Henyard. Yes, she's a financed Tiffany Henyard, a sister girl, city girls all abroad. But what they want to do, and this is the problem when I look at these emasculated men around her, they prop up these loud-mouthed, shilled women, and then talk about some take your time, sis. Take your time. You silly, cowardly man. Let me play some more of this.
I know some of y'all have been frustrated, and you've been saying, "Where Democrats? Where our leaders?" Well, I'm here to tell you that we ain't never left y'all.
Go ahead.
All right? We are.
Look at this coward. Go ahead. You coward. You's a sissy. Look at all these effeminized, heterosexual presenting cowards. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead. Nigga, sit down.
You forgot about fagginess. Shout out to Dr. Short. Fagginess. Oh,
Yeah,
he
that
popped up now.
fabulous. And you know what else? Her name is Croc Shit. That's what we call her. And we need to make that name stick.
Yeah.
Croc Shit. Okay. And she's running with some ambisexual dude that smokes crack.
Right. Come on.
She's financed. And not only that, why is her husband a mystery? Is it a man or is it a woman?
Come on.
Who is she really? And she's got enough
I'm Donald
weed.
Trump, and I approve this message.
Come on. Cook that mother. Cook.
She's got enough weave to be a textile factory. I'm sick and tired of this. I don't trust her. And she's built like Mighty Mouse and she's a woman. I mean, those big, broad ass shoulders. I'm serious. I mean, Planet Fitness needs to make her a trainer. I mean, I'd be impressed if I had shoulders that broad. And I'm just going to say this to you. She's a Delta. And this is all Divine Nine bullshit. And she's useless. She's got money. She's got Black Lives Matter money and Soros money. She's basically the new, how can I say, socio-political trick of the month.
Come on.
Of the liberal leftist people who want to undermine and use our community to destroy America by offering us nothing in exchange. The only place we need to march to is to a bank, to a farm, or to a business, or to a community that we control all the finances and the money circulates 100 times before it goes anywhere else. That's the only damn thing I'm marching to. And I would say one thing I'd recommend to her is do something about being knock-kneed. You can get the surgery, you have the money. Among other things I have to say to her. And why don't you do some shit for St. Louis where you came from?
Right, come on.
And she's involved in Black Lives Matter, and she's one of these lawyers that's gotten a high-profile crump shit where you settle out of court when the police beat someone black half to death and you get 30% of the out-of-court settlement. That's why she's a wealthy person. But I want to know who her damn husband is. Is it a white dude? Is it a black woman? Is it a black man that you're his beard for? And, because there's something strange about you. I don't know exactly what it is, but there's something you need attention too much. And by the way, I'm just thinking that weave she has so long, she needs to be careful, because if she would have had that weave and go and try to stand up at a urinal, her weave would get snagged up in her pubic hair. She needs to have that thing in a manageable length. Why have a Sheen of the Jungle weave and shit? She's not Tina Turner, nigga. I mean, Tina Turner's dead. And people wearing weaves, they're dead to their own natural hair, and consciousness of black beauty isn't something that you buy from Asian people that hate your guts.
Cook. Cook it up. Listen, sister girl, take your time.
Too nice, too long. Yep, it's definitely time I get nasty.
Right. Silly ass.
But that's okay. But all of these, she's in trouble. You know what? Kash Patel just got confirmed today. It's going to be a very interesting time. See, this same crock shit bitch, along with that caveman looking nigga that look like an Afrocentric Geico, in case they're going to do a Geico commercial for black people, have a black caveman, Al Green. A whole bunch of black Congress people wanted to strip Donald Trump of Secret Service protection just before that strange dude shot at him. If you think that that's forgotten, if you think the FBI isn't going to investigate that little sorry-ass nigga in Mississippi, Benny Thompson, who basically looks like a warthog with a beard. I mean, and all these other people there are about 8 black members of Congress that didn't want Donald Trump to have Secret Service protection. they will be able to go through their emails and everything else. There'd be grounds for there to be a conspiracy to kill Donald Trump. They're part of it. And let me tell you something. They don't have enough money, even with the low six figures, to pay for the depends they're going to need. Now that this guy is in off, he's got the Justice Department position because they're going to ask. It's never been made right how you had all those midget stud-looking white women that weren't even tall enough to give Donald Trump protection and shit in Pennsylvania. And that woman that looked like a drunken tranny Elvis Presley, Cheeto, who was head of the Secret Service. All of this shit is still in play. These people's memory is short. Okay? All of these folks are in trouble. They're all boule. And by the way, Black Lives Matter, which got money from USAID and other things, all of this stuff is going to be found out. Vote Blue, which is corrupt and it's fraud and they money laundered. A whole bunch of people in trouble. And so I'm looking every day, every now and then I send something to you, Chef C, another Black female official, high-ranking person being removed from office or convicted.
Correct.
We're in an era, I'm saying this to all the Black women listening. See, Black men think they can forgive anyone with a vagina. You got pussy, you good. Because that's how Black men are. They love the pussy so much you can't do wrong. But that's Black male culture. White male culture is the color of the pussy matters. If it's a Black pussy, it's still Black. And therefore, they would just as soon throw your ass in jail as to fuck you. And that's just the way it is. And yep, it's good pussy. Go the fuck back to Africa. Right? I'm saying this because, I have several great-grandfathers that were screwing their slaves. Okay, that's sort of how I got here. I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is. They didn't free them, and basically, they were property. The white liberals and all these other strange people have lied to Black women and told them that they really like Black women. They're just mad at Black men who can't get it together. That all changed when white women in 2 consecutive elections, if truth be told, they stole the election from Trump in 20. In 3 elections, white women have voted for what white men wanted. Only Black women vote against the interest of Black people. And over 90% every time there's an election across the country, if it's some stupid shit, Black women are for it, especially if it undermines Black men. That whole game is over. Karen Bass was made to look a fool by Donald Trump. Right? I mean, you have this stupid ass Black woman. She's so inept. You know that you have fires every year in California. And you want to get rid of the fire department money altogether. I mean, you silly bitch. Karen Bass is going to be in trouble soon. Remember, I said it to you. The mayor of D.C., there's all kinds of corruption in contracts and procurement here. And she crossed Donald Trump over January 6th and other things. A lot of folk who thought that they were moving ahead, they don't need Black men, they're usually single or they're gay or both.
Right.
They're now in the crosshairs. They've become DEI. It's another way of saying Black bitch. And when it's not saying Black bitch, it's another way to say nigger or nigger bitch. So when they keep screaming DEI, they know that Black men don't get those jobs. They know that Black men are overwhelmingly unemployed across the country. It's Black women. They're coming when they attack the government jobs, even though most of those go to inept white women who have lots of office politics and bullshit, the people that they want to run out of the jobs are Black women. When they talk about cutting food stamps and all, they're not thinking about white women who get more. They're thinking about Black women getting any. Welfare queen is another way of saying black bitch. It's interesting that black men don't say that. White men and white women say that. Black men get the majority of the racial abuse in this country. It's a fact. But now with this new movement, I repeat, black women have now been made co-equal to black men. And for Donald Trump, there's not one single black woman that's been appointed to anything, not a fucking one. They did put a nigga in HUD. Had it been a Democrat, there probably would have been about 3 black women and no black men. Now, that dude might be a coon, I don't know. But he did put a black man. I haven't seen any black women get shit from Trump or Bannon or from Eat My Butt, aka Elon Musk. Black women are to be smacked to the pavement. I don't support that, but that's where we are. And so all this loud talking and gesticulating, Jasmine Crockett represents a bygone era of bitches gone wild. It won't mean anything. And so just remember, I told you this, and I want to say this to you. I want to repeat. The federal government funding freeze covers the HBCUs that have federal money. Those niggas steal and cheat, and it's dominated by Greeks, Prince Hall Mason, the Eastern Star, and a lot of that shit overlaps. Friends, they're going to audit all the cities. They're going to audit all the HBCUs and all the little self-hating, backstabbing, traitor nigger watering holes across the country. And they don't care whether you sit to piss or if you stand up, and a lot of ladies do both. If you're black and you stole something, they're coming for your ass, even though white folks steal the most and there's $4.7 trillion missing. They're going to probably let that shit slide. But down at Tennessee State University or FAMU or Howard or Spelman or any of these places, any city, stupid ass Karen Bass or our goofy ass, what's this woman, delegate to Congress, Eleanor Holmes Norton, who'll be 88 years old. She looks like a tranny Michael Warren from Hill Street Blues. All of this shit is gone, ladies. The bullshit's over. Don't want to hear from Pat Talk. Kiss my ass. It's over. The bullshit is over. And we don't have to debate whether we're passport brothers or not. The days of being rogue and out of order and off code, do what you will. But trust me, Massa, just as sure as Frederick Douglass had to fight Mr. Covey, people seem to forget Harriet Tubman would black out because someone popped her in the head with a lead weight. A white man busted her in the head. Slavery didn't say, oh, if you have a pussy, you're going to get treated better. That was a new system to bust up the unity of black people using dumb, gullible, stupid black female boomers and Xers to think that they're better than black men and that we don't need each other. And now they're pulling the plug. All those jobs and shit are going. That shit's over. I'm in the epicenter of Kundum, the DMV. Already, Northern Virginia, that shit's hollowed out. I mean, the people are taking down the rainbow flags and shit without being told. Are y'all understanding me? It's over. The days of hating and hating black men and lying. I don't know if you watch the black woman judge that constantly makes these bitches pay child support. Y'all boast about how you're educated, you got all this money and you do this. You're going to be held accountable like never before. Project 2025 is in effect. And what people don't understand is part of Project 2025 is reining in what was called the unrestrained motherhood That was discussed about 90 years ago in the book by the sociologist E. Franklin Frazier called The Negro Family. They were saying that one of the big problems in America had were out of control black women. This is in the 1930s. It's almost 100 years later. Now they're about to regulate sisters. It's not black men. Black men wouldn't do it. Black men, we do our best to accommodate you guys in the fucked up shit that you've been on. White men don't care, nor do white women. Latino men and women don't care. Asian Pacific men and women don't care. The only people that pander and try to accommodate you and your macho, masculine, anti-male, baby-killing, family-destroying ways are black men. Fagonists. Even fagonists will be cut off. So, welcome to what black men have been experiencing for the last, I'd say, 50 years. Now it's you too. And you know what? They still haven't forgiven those school loans that you hoes took out. It's going to be very interesting what to do because, one, if you have to grow your own food, it's hard work. You might need another person's back. We're going to need each other. This whole thing, I'm woman, hear me roar and shit. White women don't really practice that shit unless they're studs. And I worked with stud white women. Whenever they got mad, they knew that they could revert to being feminine and ask for white men to help them. Now it's time for black women to do some Sankofa shit on femininity. You need to rediscover being a woman. Learn how to be soft again. Be more discriminating in who you give your body to. Maybe the dude that tried to engage in a conversation versus grabbing your ass in the first encounter, maybe he would be the person that you could get some business done with. The days of, they're going to take down your little punk ass preachers like T.D. Jakes, Take Dicks Jakes. His ass is going down. They're going to get Jamal Bryant's fucked up ass too. All the shit, all the infrastructure of pork chop feminism is being destroyed by the white men that you thought would be zaddies that would marry you and give you biracial kids with green eyes and shit. It's over. And as the economy gets worse, and all of you that have married interracially, let me say this, and I'll stop. A black man can stay with you when he's broke. We can handle it. We can eat tuna. We can eat out of can. We can take the bus. We can eat at buy at Save a Lot. We can go to Aldi's. We can use Febreze and shit. You know what I'm saying? We can make it. A white dude that's privileged, unless you're the one paying for everything. When money runs out for white men and white women, their asses change fast. So the novelty of having a bubble butt or curl your cool titties like, what's the name, Josephine Baker, where the shit hangs out like a banana or whatever. When the novelty of black sex wears off, and that's kind of hard, but it happens, those fuckers care about money. And if they're not making money, and I need to say this to a lot of sisters because we're going to see this shit. Some of these dudes that you thought were super liberal that had a whole life NAACP lifetime membership, let that motherfucker lose his job. They're known for going and killing their whole families. And they will waste your ass. They'll be like the DeBarge father who was fucking all of his kids, beating up his black wife. It's y'all shit's over. If we don't come together, if you can't get behind patriarchy, it's going to be, how could I say, a miserable prison coon planet.
Well, everyone in the chat, Dr. Short said everyone needs to come together. Chef C, would you like to play our theme music right now, right here?
This is a Q special coming through for the holidays, y'all.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Tell me, which side are you on? Which side are you on? against Doge. We'll fight Elon Musk. No Elon scab within our walls. We'll fight from dawn to dusk. Oh, which side are you on? Which side are you on? Tell me. Which side are you on?
Look at the Negroes and Negresses. And then you
Are
got
they talking about, are you laying on your chest or are you laying on your back?
God. Which side are you a bottom or are you a flat backer or are you a oh Jesus?
You can't make it
this is-
up, y'all.
Let me play some more of this hit. Let me play some more of this billboard right here.
Which side are you on? Trump's coming for our unions. He wants us all to fail. He wants us to bow to him, but we want him in jail. Oh.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
Instant classic.
Hey, I see a boatload of pasty pilgrims singing Negro spirituals, right? Where the reparations check at? Tell them which side they on with that. That's what we care about, not no damn union.
I got something for reparations. I could cue it up whenever y'all ready for reparations.
Well, go ahead and hold on. First and foremost, it's not just white folks over here. You got some Negresses and Negroes up there too, with the hat on right here on the far right.
Hey, I'm gonna call them African until proven otherwise.
Oh, come on. But can I play a little bit more of the hit? This is a top 10 billboard. If you ain't hear it, you need to get
this
with it.
This is up there
y'all.
with the percolator, Chef C.
This is the percolate. Yeah.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Tell me. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? They say in the capital city there are no neutrals found. You're either with the union or a scabby Musk bloodhound.
Hey, that's some racist shit, man. My Negro senses is tingling. My Negro senses is tingling right now. Okay, first things first, yo.
This is a sick Negro.
Back in the day, do you want me to give a brief history lesson about the word scab for those young viewers and listeners out there? And if Dr. Short want to hit with more facts to support it afterwards, it's all good. You there, guys? Yeah. So we're gonna get on to this fucking thing. So we're pulling brothers and sisters out of the job, right? We go back to work, right? While they protested, and they called the scabs the black people. So yeah, it has a racial undertone. While you got these dusty individuals, I don't know if they're from the lineage or not, but they definitely holding down some people, definitely the Negro, when they could have spoken up against that woman. Why is she singing a Negro spiritual off key and off note and all that? What side you on, man? This heifer, please.
Well, Chef C, I got something I'm gonna present real quick. We all know what Elon Musk is doing with Doge. They're going after money. They're finding all this waste, something that Donald Trump ran on. They're going after all this money. They found a whole bunch of stuff, Department of Education, USAID, which is basically a front for the CIA. Ain't nobody stupid. But so President Trump and Elon Musk said that when they get done with all this money, they hope to return it back to the American people with $5,000 a piece for every American citizen. I'm gonna show you guys what your representative said. what she said. Hold up. We're going to ask y'all which side are y'all on?
Which side is she on? Democrat, Republican?
Well, it's a bunch of Negroes out here in their feelings.
Hold up. Oh, excuse me. My bad. That's a different one.
It's a bunch of Negroes out here, brother Q. In their feelings, talk about some. If he cut a check, I'm not taking it. Well, stupid.
Yeah, okay.
Give it to me.
Well, this is what the sister girl said, y'all. This was
Another
sister girl said.
Here we go. See?
This Jasmine.
Oh, your girl. Yeah, here your girl. You found it. How cute. Your girl. Oh, God. Please.
Hold up.
Get her the fuck out of here.
The savings from Doge back to Americans as kind of a dividend. Would you support that?
Listen, he's just telling.
Running a little slow, y'all.
Shout out to the shills.
A lie. He's not the one that had anything to do with the $1,200 refunds that people had during the midst of COVID that was done by a Democratic House and Democratic Senate. Right now, what they're going to do is say, hey, we want to give you a refund, but Congress won't let us because they already know that there's just no money for that. The only reason that those refunds came before was because we were living in different times. This was a time in which hopefully we won't ever go through again. We had a once in a lifetime pandemic. The bad part is that I don't know if it's once in a lifetime because we know that Ebola, unfortunately, was detected right here in New York here recently. And if we continue down this road of getting rid of scientists or deciding that we don't want to rely on experts as it relates to what they're telling us to do, or we don't want to deal with vaccines and medicine in this country, then we may be facing not only our next pandemic, but our next 2, 3, or 4 pandemics because of their incompetence. So no, we are not in the business of giving out money. And honestly, I don't know what $5,000 will do for you.
Says the millionaire.
I'm going to just stop sharing that.
Since when Democrats want to play physical responsibility?
If you look at the clip, you guys, she literally said that we're not in the business of giving out $5,000 to the American people.
But gave
well, they had money to give to those goddamn Ukrainians.
Yeah,
they gave to the illegal.
This is what she said.
It's the hurry up and wait. Anytime it has to deal with anything domestic per se. Foreign folks, it's expedited. It's an emergency fund. Let's get it sped up and sent off to them. Jasmine Crockett is working for that shield fund that they put together for her raggedy wig having ass. Jasmine Crockett is diabolical, and for a lot of these stupid other sister girls out here living vicariously through this $5 wig wearing ass heifer, you should be ashamed of yourself, because she is literally putting an extended target on your backs, sisters, who out here booty clapping and, yeah, you did that, girl. You did that, sis.
Chef C, we're going to double down on this. I'm going to show you. We're going to double down on this, y'all.
Will not take this. We will fight back. Fight back. And as I close out, because I know we've been out here for a long time, and goddamn it, shut down the Senate. campaign, and they be given full access to the Department of Treasury of the United States of America. We are at war. Thank you. Thank you.
They find the loudest and the most obnoxious and bad wig wearing ass females to put out in front of us and do all this shouting and hooting and hollering to nothing.
And let me give you guys a brief history.
Y'all want to understand.
Her blouse was at war. Her blouse was at war with the jacket she had on.
No. That diet of hers was at war with diabetes. That wig was at war with that damn scalp.
And why was she wearing the domestic violence black eye shades kind of woman when they get their ass beat? And she had on the my husband kicked my ass glasses, and she's probably single.
These women, ladies and gentlemen, let me explain something to you. These are the mammies that were in the house breastfeeding little Massa coming up. These were also the mammies in the house getting their backs blown the fuck out. Everybody wasn't raped. These chicks was busting it open for a little lemonade. And these are the descendants of those folks. All right? Yeah. I'm not here to play nice tonight. I was going to get off. I got to go.
This young lady represents East Orange, Newark, and Jersey City. That's her district in New Jersey. She took over the seat. She won on the special election that Donald Payne Jr. had a heart attack, and she won in the special election where allegedly in the election, and you guys that watch the channel, when I be having Shill on, Shill is more in tune because Shill is boots on the ground, but allegedly LaMonica MacGyver in the special election came up with an enormous amount of signatures, so much so that the ethics committee got involved. And one of the individuals, I call him nothing but a runner and a front man, he got the signatures and she had to say, I don't know why he did that. I never asked him to do it. So it is some questions about her getting that seat the right way anyway. And they got her, she hasn't even been in office a year. And they got her at the Department of Treasury on a national stage
hollering
to the present administration like she knows how DC works.
They had her waiting in the water, cooking her up just like they cooked up Cory Booker with those fake ass him running into burning houses saving cats and shit.
Mm-hmm. With Tyrone.
Yeah. Listen, man. This shit is this is a circus. I'm trying to.
Yes, you're right. You're right, brother. In the chat, Pittsburgh has Summer Lee. Summer Lee ran out there with Ayanna Presley talking about reparations. You want to talk about reparations, and the Democrats don't got the House or the Senate, and you want to talk about reparations. Because y'all want to play on black America's pain and trauma.
They heartstring.
But that's not even reparations to reintroduce HR 40. And on top of that, Ayanna Presley needs to stop trying to look like she's the new RuPaul. Okay, we already had one RuPaul. Bitch needs to put a wig on. And fuck your husband, lady. I hear he's missing out.
Well, it's my understanding that she may not be married at all. Brother Negro says she don't have a companion.
She was married. So did she stop? Did she dump her man when she decided to go bald headed?
Did she get divorced, Brother Negro?
Which side are you on?
Brother Negro not there, but nonetheless.
No. She's the
No, I'm right here. So the Crockett lady, she's single, no kids.
No. We're talking about Presley. The RuPaul
Personally,
looking
I'm
bitch.
still. I think she's married, but I don't know about. I think she does have children, but I gotta double check. Give me a couple seconds. I'll pull that up.
Yeah, no. The report came to me. Her husband don't get none anymore. It's alleged. Once she got to Congress, she's got to upgrade. And that upgrade means, you
She
may
getting
not get no
licked
more pussy
instead of
anymore
stuck.
because
Yeah.
I'm important.
She getting licked instead of stuck. That's what happened.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, that big RuPaul bald head she got and shit.
Brother Q, sir, we gonna get ready to wrap it down though, Q, or you got
Yeah,
more that you need to cover, brother Q?
We're gonna wrap it down, and I'll start before the brothers start. The brothers, and this is a warning to black women. Our brother Dr. Short has been saying this stuff for the last few years that I've known him about protecting yourself and understanding what's going on and allowing yourselves to be put in harm's way and allowing others to put y'all in harm's way. The Democratic Party is majority of black women, but there's no black women in leadership, so that should be telling you something. However, they allowed these loudmouth black women to sit up there and threaten the present administration, talk about this war and all these words, and it's going to put y'all in harm's way. So just be careful, be mindful, and stay vigilant, because 92% of y'all said, we did our part. So just, I'm just going to remind you, just don't act naive. And that's good for me, Chef C. I'm good with that.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Let me say this, ladies and gentlemen. Silence is, to a degree, complicity, and I would have to say that keep it simple. Stranger danger. Okay, stop having these folks who can't even connect with your community. Don't even understand the same types of struggle you go through day in and day out. Speak on your behalf. It is stranger danger. You don't know these folks and they don't know you. It is about taking care of themselves. It's about securing their bag. Jasmine Crockett has to meet some kind of quota. Think about in the last year or so, she's become a polarizing figure. Why? Why and how? Who decided to Ronda Rousey her? Who decided to Burna Boy her? Who decided to Cynthia Erivo her? Who was a part of that planning team to say, roll this girl out as much as humanly possible to speak for those black folks? It's not, listen, this is not by chance. This is not by some stroke of her brilliant, quote unquote, brilliant mind that she's the one that we're constantly seeing put out in front of us, let alone having the audacity to speak on the collective of black America. That's strategic, y'all. And let alone you're hearing so much about her during this Black History Month. One, because she's a female. So, if you talk shit about her, now you're bashing a woman. Two, if you say something else about her, well, you're going after a black woman on Black History Month. This is all a part of high-level shilling, ladies and gentlemen. She's out there to do a job. I'm going to land with that. I also want y'all to make sure y'all go over and subscribe to my food channel, The Cook Up with Chef C. I need to get 50 subscribers so I can go live on that side, ladies and gentlemen. We are really cooking over there, so I definitely want to see all y'all go over there, subscribe to that, so we can get them recipes popping. Salute to everybody, man. Thank you for hosting this, Brother Q, and all the brothers that are in here right now. And we will catch y'all on the flip side. Salute, Brother Q.
Salute. Dr. Short.
White woman.
Any final thoughts? White.
Yes. First and foremost, I want to say to everyone that This crock shit woman is the replacement for the James Brown wig wearing Maxine Waters, who not only becomes more unattractive by the day, but irrelevant to Black people. And so now they need a new person with a new wig and new bullshit to advance, going nowhere and pushing for illegals, gays, and everybody else. I want to just say to people, it's time to wake the hell up. And we don't care if you disagree with us. I don't care about what anybody thinks or disagrees with us, because the people who disagree, they ain't fighting nothing. They stand for nothing. So that's irrelevant for people that make stupid comments. We don't care. Stupid people, end up in hell anyway. So we're not really worried about that. Now, I want to say to all of you that I have my channel, which is the Angry Black Men's Book Club. And right now we're just doing our Sabbath sermon. I will be doing a sermon talking about no good religious leadership. The title of my sermon will be Trick of the Enemy. Trick of the Enemy. I'll be talking about jacked up Paula White, Jamal Bryant, Take Dicks Jakes, and other crooked ass people who are fake religious leadership. And I also want to remind people that if you're in the DC area and you're down, we're celebrating 60 years. And of those 60 years, I can assure you at least a good 30, no, more than 30. I would say of those, about 45 years I've been active in some way. So it's a nice milestone. If you can, drop me a line, email me at wrandyshort@gmail.com. You may not want to come. It's cold and it's expensive. We're going to be at this Brazilian place in Virginia. But you can subscribe to my channel, and you can also send a contribution, because we're going to keep doing this. So a cash app for me is $ Dr. Randy Short. That's one. And then the other thing is Venmo is Dr. Randy Short. Patreon is Dr. Randy Short. Zelle and PayPal are wrandyshort@gmail.com. And so you can bless on that. And my YouTube channel is the Angry Black Men's Book Club. You're welcome. Be prepared for unorthodox commentary. And again, I want to do a shout out to all the wonderful people that support Brother Q, Chef C, Brother Negro, and Lone Wolf, who's not here tonight. And we are in this for the long haul. If you don't see us now and then, doesn't mean we're gone. It just means you have to retool. Chef C may have to go in the background to take care of getting his daily MFM. And we thank you, Brother Q, for stepping up. And as for me, we deal with all this cancer and such, but that's all right. And I do have a GoFundMe. If you want to know about it, I can send you a link. And that's just because, we got to deal with 2 advanced cancer situations. But you know what? We're still fighting. So let me stop there. Bless everybody. And please, don't be a pork chop feminist. Drop out of that shit. Be a dropout. Become a queen for real. Stop trying to be a man and start learning how to be a woman. And abortion is murder. And I want to say to Black men, all of you that disagree, I want to say to you sorry ass sperm dropping, abortion clinic getaway drivers, it's niggas like you that have helped facilitate this pork chop feminist culture that we will destroy. I'm out.
Brother Negro, you got any final thoughts?
Graduation bells are around the corner, family. I had that master's degree in investigations coming out of the University of New Haven. So I'm very excited about that. Book Final Touches will be coming out soon. I'll keep you guys posted. Rhapsody says hi. She says she likes the show too. And also, Alina Presley. Just for the record, she is married, no children. She's stepmommy. Just something that I want to throw out there. Maybe Dr. Short's hitting on something here. Keep us posted. You can follow us at the tnbkhc.org website. And also we'll have the MBNU website up as well. So you can check out both shortly. So keep you guys posted. And thanks for the platform.